Greetings viewers, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, you finally get a look at my new Snap-on Epiq toolbox. This is my original 84 and the new 66 inches of storage I added to it just this week. Got the new 36-inch drawer section, top and bottom drawer section, and put a 30 by 30 locker on the end because they were having a sale on accessories for Epiqs, and I've been out of room for about 6 years now. I've been stacking stuff on top of the toolbox. So now I finally got room to put all of this stuff that was overflowing the Maximizer and overflowing the 84-inch Epiq. All in all, this joker is now 150 inches in length and 74 inches in height, so it is bigger than a double stack Mr. Big, which is 144 inches. And overall, between what I paid for this box back in 2011 when I bought it new, and what I paid for all of these accessories I just purchased new, I still have way less money tied up in this thing than an Epiq Mr. Big would be. Today is Friday. I got the box delivered, I believe Wednesday afternoon, got it all bolted together. Thursday, I got most of my tools into it. I've not filled it completely up yet, but the locker is already full, and about half of these drawers are full, so I'm almost to the point of filling this up already, as crazy as that might sound. So we're going to take a quick look at stuff, not go in depth. I will do a full updated toolbox tour on the whole shebang. That's probably going to be a long video because that's a lot of drawers to open up and pull out and take a look at. So that said, we'll go over here and take a look at the new locker, what I've got in it, and take a look at the new drawer sections. So as most of you knew from the post on Instagram and the post on the community page, I really like that Snap-on brought the teal color back, and the teal with black is just amazing. But the price it was going to cost me to trade in for a Mr. Big with the add-ons in teal and black and get rid of my classic Snap-on Kenosha red and bright chrome trim, it was going to be an exorbitant amount of money just for a color change. I believe it's to the tune of about $10,000–$12,000 just to change color, and that wasn't happening. So I knew there would be some issue with the matching of the color, being as this is brand spanking new, made in 2021. It literally just left the factory in Algona, Iowa back, I believe, last Monday, and got to me on Wednesday. So it literally rolled out of the factory straight here. And the original 84-inch Epiq, I believe I ordered it in 2011. I believe it was delivered the very first of 2012. So nearly a decade has gone by between these two. Overall, setting it up, it wasn't too terribly difficult. I did have an issue. Well, there's two issues. The Epiq series has redesigned their casters, and they're not exactly the same height as the old casters, which made lining up these accessories a little bit difficult to bolt them on the side of my Epiq. I also had a little bit of issue with this top drawer section. It sits just a little bit proud of the work center on the 84. Other than that, I got it all together by myself. My Snap-on dealer helped me get it into the building and helped me get the drawer section on top of this. But after that, it was me, a floor jack, and socket and wrenches, and getting it all shored up. There's 2 bolts and nuts in the top here. There's 4 in the middle section that goes into where the handle would bolt on. And then there's 2 at the very bottom of the box, and there's 4 bolts that go between the bottom box and the top box for this 36-inch section. With the locker, there's 2 nut and bolts at the top, 4 nut and bolts in the center, 2 on each side, and then 2 at the bottom. The locker was a lot easier to get on here and lined up than to get these 2 boxes lined up with this box and each other. But again, I think I started about 5:30 in the afternoon. I think I was all done by 7, and that was getting all the drawers back in because some of the drawers had to be pulled out to access the place to run your bolts and nuts through. So most of the drawers were out. I had to put them out, put them back in, then out putting the drawer liners in and doing all the setup. So about 2 hours or so, give or take, by myself, which wasn't terrible. So the next thing on the agenda, I forgot to pre-order this like an idiot. I don't know why as many Snap-on toolboxes as I sold as a dealer, I should have known this. I did not order my key and plugs for these 3 locks. So I've got 3 different keys here, and then the 2 that I keyed alike between the work center and the box on my original 84. So I've got these key and lock guts coming so I can transition all the locks to 1 master key over the whole box, so I'm not switching between 4 different keys, which is aggravating and too much stuff to keep track of. So as I said, the color is just a little bit more glossy, a little bit more bright, a little deeper. My original box is faded a little bit pink, but other than that, you know, almost 10 years difference. I'm not mad about it. So the locker, as I said, is pretty much completely filled up. Don't know if I can get this open. I got too much stuff piled in here still to swing the door fully and pull the drawers out. We got some hand wipes here. We're not going to go through a full tour. Vacuum pump, some other things. The old canister of cleaned it all brake parts cleaner back there, the Sure Shot can. As you saw in the door, it came with 2 can holders, and I've got some chemicals and stuff over here. Haven't finished moving everything and getting it organized where I want it, but for the most part, most stuff is where it's going to reside. This drawer, we've got a set of 134 gauges, timing light, smoke machine, spill-free funnel. Down below that, tripod went. We've got my laptop with my select monitor, the interface, Milwaukee floodlight. Down below that, we've got basically the Subaru parts department. We've got an ARP head bolt, head stud kit, power steering kit. So we've got various filters in the back. We've got some Subaru engine reseal kits and various other gaskets from reseal kits that I haven't used before. Alternator rebuild parts and a new set of spark plugs for a late 2.5 EJ single overhead cam. Got tap and die rethreaders in this drawer here. Again, everything's not set perfect. This is all AC stuff in this drawer. Let me move the camera for you. So we got Schrader valves, O-rings, kits, infrared thermometer, black light or UV light for leak detection, UV dye kit here. And then in the very bottom we've got some electrical connectors, a 12-volt DC power supply, and the transport wheels for the drawer section and the locker for when I need to break this all down, get it out of here, and put it in the shop, if that ever comes to fruition. The way the things are going right now, it's going to be a hot minute before I build my 6,000 square foot steel building. So moving to the 36-inch drawer sections, this is a new accessory from Snap-on. I believe it's only been on the market about 6 months or so. But these are pretty nice. They're pretty cheaply priced, and they give you a lot of extra drawer space, honestly, for an Epiq if you don't want to go from an 84 to a Mr. Big, or if you don't want to lose your work center for top drawers. These 36-inch drawer sections are got a lot of room for the money. I believe they're about the same price as a regular locker, but none of this stuff's set in stone. This is just some overflow stuff, various sockets and stuff, broken old sets I need to fill out or sell, and just some stuff that was stacked on top of the toolbox on the work center for a while. Below that, we've got the overflow from the wrench drawer. This is where my SK X-frames are going to reside. The Mac stubbies I bought at that estate sale. My completed now Mac micro turn set. Thanks for that TikTok follower for getting me the 10mm I've been looking for forever. The Hot Zet 600 LG extra long combo wrench sets over here. Here we've got a Williams, really old Williams wrench I found on the farm. And then here is another super old wrench. This is actually a Ford 5Z204, and from my research, this was used to tighten the exhaust jam nut on the bottom of an exhaust manifold on Ford Model A's and Model T's, if I recall correctly, because they didn't have a bolt-on exhaust flange where the manifold met the up pipe. It was a threaded big nut that basically jam fit on there. So that was kind of interesting. I have no idea why I have a old Ford slugging wrench from probably the 20s or 30s Down here we've got most of my Stahlvilla wrenches. We've got the 13s, the 14 series, the Coronas, and the Stabils. This drawer obviously is not filled out yet, but I'm going to finish out my Stahlvilla wrench collection in that drawer. This drawer is Mac RBRT stuff. These are all my RBRT sets. This is the RBRT bit set. That's the Mac 1/4 inch set, 3/8 inch set from that BOGO, and that's our old Mac SAE 3/8 inch set that my father gave me when I was like 5 or 6 years old. That was my first set of professional tools, was this little kit right here. This little Mac SAE set. Remember when I was a kid, I kept it under my bed. And then down here is the drawer of all my vessel screwdrivers. Finally got a place to put them. I had them stacked up on top of the work center as well. And we got the vessel ratcheting ball grips, the wood compote, the jaws fit. Been using those last week, really loving those things. I've used them a ton on the sandbar, changing stuff over between the two sandbar. Wood compote, nut grip, nut drivers, and then the trim tool set with radiator hose picks. And I believe that's all that's in here. Yeah, these two bottom drawers are completely empty, nothing in them, but basically got most of that filled up. And then from there, not sure how well you'll be able to see this. My tripod can only go so high. But in the top drawer section, this is a collection of like collectible tools. This is my 100th anniversary Snap-on number 7 ratchet. Then I've got a 95th anniversary Snap-on gold ratchet. Boxed my Knee-Pro stuff back up and threw it up here. I really didn't like using it, honestly. And it's almost too pretty to use anyway, so I boxed it back up. It'll be kind of a collectible thing. Then we got the Vessel 220 limited pearl white, the gold, the silver, and the other we had, and my Knipex gold Cobras. So this drawer is going to be for my just display stuff, my collectibles. This drawer has a quick disconnect. That's it. It was something I found the other day that I didn't realize wasn't in my toolbox. And pretty much 1, 2, 3, 4 empty drawers above that. So we got plenty of room to grow still, and added a ton of storage, and really happy with it so far. So now that I've got all this extra storage space, I was able to clear a lot of junk up off of from under the work center, which becomes a catch-all. Anyone that has a work center, you know, that's good for piling all your stuff in on Friday and slamming the door and locking it and forgetting about it till Monday, and then having to clean up and put everything back in its spot Monday morning when you get to the shop or to the dealership. Finally got my little baby Epiq. I totally forgot about it, but I found it just the other day in storage. Got it set up under here, which is hilarious. This used to be just a little conversation piece. It sat on my desk at my second auto repair shop I owned, and basically just had the bottom drawer of the toolbox open and used it to hold my business cards. And that's an 84 with dual lockers, and now I own a real life-size Epiq that's bigger than the little scale model. I've sold Epiqs bigger than this, but never thought I personally would own one, so this is kind of crazy. And actually might end up adding a locker on the other side once I get this all set up in my forever shop, if I ever get my 6,000 square foot steel building built. But we will be doing an in-depth tour of the toolbox, going through everything. I've reorganized the 84-inch section, and it's going to be a long one because we got all of, I believe, 27 drawers to pull out, not even counting the locker. So again, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next video.